Welcome to Fresh.
Aloha all the way from Hawaii.
We are keeping it fresh at the 2024 Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture.
Today we are showcasing the epicness from around the Pacific.
Delegations from around the Pacific have gathered right here in Oahu.
To showcase the magic and freshness of the Pacific, here's what's coming up.
The best of FestPAC coming to you right here on Fresh.
Keep it fresh.
Aloha from Hawaii. Keep it fresh.
Today we'll be welcoming in all our voyaging canoes and our smaller double hull sailing canoes. This is the birthplace of Hokulea back in 1975, so kind of honor the kupuna and the voyagers.
Honoring the ways we connect through sailing and through our Polynesian arts and culture and all our practices of being in the ocean, which is the thing that connects us together.
We believe whoever of our ancestors created this art on our skin. It's amazing because it first started out with the boat, and that's how we landed on our island.
Man, I'm so fresh. Man, I'm so fresh and clean. Man, I'm so fresh. Man, I'm so fresh and clean.
Hello, everybody. We are the delegation from Rapa Nui. Hey! Yeah. We are here today. We arrived to the FestPAC to share with all of our brothers of the Moana our cultural heritage and recognize our tupuna in all of us. Iorana korua. E. Maururu. Haktara. Haktara. Maka. Puakati. Komauna tea tea taro ahau maka. Amuata pakuhai
We have come from Rapa Nui, a little land at the end of the east of the Pacific Ocean of our of the whole Polynesia. We are one corner of the triangle that makes the Polynesia Triangle. It's the first time that we can gather more than 100 Rapa Nui people to arrive into our FestPAC, and it's been a huge effort to be all together here, to share our culture, and also to share the histories, how we arrived to the island, who we are, and where we came from.
This morning, all the different peoples and languages and songs and drums and instruments being played. For me, I just feel the mana. I feel that spirit. You know, so much was lost in the history of Pacifica. And what's interesting lately, you see all the sharing that's happening now with Tongas sharing their drums with all the other cultures, and Samoa, that's Tau, being shared with all the other cultures now. Generations before us, there was this idea of needing to assimilate. And nowadays, there's an idea of how special it is to be from Pacific Islands and how much we need to treasure and preserve our cultures.
Many people around the world may look at us as little island nations, but we are not little island nations. We are caretakers of the largest ocean in the world. For us here in Hawaii and us Kanaka Maoli, the ocean is our life. So Va'a canoes is really what has brought us Hawaiians here to Hawaii, and it's that piece that continues to connect all of us. So having a ceremony around Va'a, honoring the Va'a, and the significance it plays individually, but also collectively, is a very important thing. Without the ocean, there's no us.
The Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture is the world's largest celebration of the indigenous peoples of the Pacific.
Your genealogy and your identity is not negotiable.
Kia koto te tangata whenua o Aotearoa, Awhia mai Samoa, Solomon Islands.
On behalf of the Marshall Islands, Komor Dara.
Kiribati.
From the country of Wallis e Futuna.
Today, everyone's here for the FestPAC festival out here in Hawaii.
This is the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture. Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture started back in 1972. It started in Fiji.
There was a concern back in 1972 that our languages throughout the Pacific and our cultural practices and customs were under threat of dilution or loss. And so they got together in Fiji with some of the leaders of the Pacific and decided to create the South Pacific Community of Leaders and to start what they called then the South Pacific Arts and Cultural Festival.
May 1972 in Suva, Fiji. I was able to raise money while I was a student at the University of Hawaii to attend this festival. I'm just very excited that I'm here.
We are the beautiful maidens from the heart of the Pacific, the Cook Islands. We have flown all the way from our homeland here to participate at the Festival of Arts 2024. We're all feeling grateful and blessed to be here.
Expect a lot of energy, passion, and love for our culture.
We're all obviously excited to participate in this event, and we can't wait to get this ceremony started.
Our culture in Kiribati is just the same like you usually on practicing what your ancestors always do in the past. We just don't want to vanish and erase all those cultures, traditional skills, and wonderful behaviors from our ancestors.
Malolele, all the way from Hawaii, representing Tonga!
From personal experience, that is something that we're doing back at home, trying to revive and to maintain and sustain our culture through dancing. And it's the same idea that we're trying to implement to other activities such as the weaving. We're putting out awareness to people, especially people in the diaspora community.
I'm feeling blessed, I'm feeling excited, I'm feeling super proud to be Niuean. It's very crucial and very important that we grasp or capture our culture. And the best way to do it is being here at the Pacific Cultural Festival.
Opening ceremony, I will never forget it. We were brimming with tears the whole time. I think it's because not just everybody is happy to be in Hawaii, but they're happy to be at FestPAC.
We had chicken skin moments is the way we say it here in Hawaii. I was trying to describe the feeling of family, the manaful moments that were felt when we were receiving everybody. It was like all of our brothers and sisters, and that just hit different.
One of the things that I get from many nations is that it's about bringing all of us together as one ohana. And it's just amazing that we actually have an event that we can come together and celebrate our indigenous lifestyle, our culture, our history, not just within ourselves, but with our Pacific cousins as well.
Stay tuned after the break and keep it fresh.
Rana from Cook Islands. My name is Kaina, and I love to drum. Keep it fresh.
She say I move too slow, pick up the tempo.
Aloha and welcome back to Fresh. Today we are showcasing the epicness from around the Pacific right here at the 2024 Festival of the Pacific Arts.
Welcome to FestPAC 2024 Hawaii. Chee-hoo!
Aloha mai kākou. We're here at the Hawaii Convention Center here in Honolulu, Hawaii for the FestPAC 2024.
The Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture within itself is an amazing and a very important event, something that happens only once every 4 years with different nations from across the Pacific.
The delegation is also bringing in teams for crafts, handicrafts, fashion, weaving, tattooing.
We've got here lava lavas, hula fala.
My role, or what I'm doing today, is adornment. Adornment using traditional and contemporary, which is the use of mangi-mangi and vow. This is what we call vow, hibiscus delicious.
When a mother carries a pillow, she carries her life that contains the happiness and the life of her family members.
Right now, as the world is changing, people are moving into, the different lifestyles and tend to forget their culture and the history and where they belong. So a sense of belongingness, it comes back and resembles the culture where you are. And these are the sort of things that we make, that we want to pass to the future generations. So as the world changes, we still hold on to our land, we still hold on to our culture. And it's also important for the Pacific so that no one is alone.
Rana from Cook Islands. My name is Kaina, and I love to drum. Throughout when I was growing up, I never had really much toys. I had a lot of instruments, so I grew up drumming, and that was my toy. The thing that I love about drumming, I get to spin there with all my family, because most of my family drum, and I just love, that's part of my culture, and I love doing my culture. Keep it fresh.
Hawai'i and Waimori. This is Team Rotuma. We are part of the Fiji delegation all the way from Fiji. Today we are here at FestPAC, all the way from Rotuma Island. This is the first time that the representation for the people of Rotuma comes all the way from the island, and we thank the Fiji government for taking notice that there is talent there in the island. Rotumans, our culture and our language are at extinct, and we are here to revive that. And we hope that our children, our descendants will remember, and also the experience that we will gather from here, we'll share with our community back at home. Hawai'i.
So my favorite dance to perform is Soamako. It's a very traditional dance that has a fixed part that never changes, but also leaves room for a bit of creativity, and I really love that. It has been a journey of exploration and of self-discovery as well, because to bring your culture to another country, you need to be sure to master it and be able to share it with others in a very truthful way. So it took us on a path of learning to go back to our roots and see how they are still valid and relevant in facing today's challenges. So as a French overseas territory, we have often shared strong bonds with the other French territories and with Europe. And the paradox is that somehow we don't know our closest neighbors. Biggest personal challenge, and it's a challenge also shared by my generation and the younger ones, is how to find one's place in the world. And I think that to determine that, you need to know where you come from. When you meet other cultures, you need to know which culture is yours. And once you know that, you can face any challenge with a newfound serenity, in a way.
The time of the Christian when they come in, you know, they didn't destroy this culture of us, the tattoo, because we believe in our body. The tattoo is a part of our written lost language, because there was no alphabetic, you know, back then in the ancient time. And this is another way that our ancestors, you know, recorded or documented our culture in the way we lived back then. We have to wear this, you know, to become leaders. There's like a therapy of like going through this pain. It makes us men calm.
So the tattoo I am wearing are called patutiki. It's the traditional tattoo of Marquesas Island. People have been covering their whole body for thousands of years in quest of mana, power, by accumulating the power of the environment and protecting our body from bad spirits. Through my culture and my genealogy, I have a direct connection with the whole universe. And it feels amazing to live and experience human life being connected with everything. So in '85, there was a FestPAC in Tahiti, and it inspired Marquesians to do their own version of the FestPAC. We call that Matava, the event that inspired our cultural renaissance in Marquesas Island. So thanks to the FestPAC and the event that happened in the '80s, it helped, I think, not only the Marquesas Island, but the whole Pacific to push on this revival movement that is now blossoming all around the Pacific.
This is my first FestPAC being here, so it's super exciting, just taking all the different cultures in.
We get to share our friendships and connect our relationships through our ancestors.
We're using performing arts and out of singing and dancing to represent the different aspects of our Samoan culture.
It's quite special and magical to be hosting all of our siblings from around the Pacific because Hawaii is quite isolated. We're at the top of the Polynesian Triangle, so it's nice to have everyone migrate up here finally.
I think it's super important to be very community-oriented. Family doesn't stop with your parents and siblings. It includes your village.
You know, the Moana is the thing that brings us all together. So it's like, it's important to, you know, ho'ohano that, to like, you know, glorify that.
Come back after more. Come back after the break.
Come back after the break for more fresh.
While we do have some Pacific nations absent because of political reasons, we're really grateful to have the strong presence here, amplifying the resilience of the Pacific.
This is not just another photo shoot. This is not just any kind of walking down looking pretty. You are shouldering our ancestors with every single step that you take. Each pa'u, each piece of clothing that you wear by each designer came from somewhere, our soul. And embedded in our soul, our ancestors. Tonight is Na Pa'u Okapakipika, which means the skirts of the Pacific. You know, skirts are very ceremonial, but not just ceremonial, but they become like almost like an extension of us. And we have, of course, the kaula. The kaula is the cordage that we use to bind the skirt onto us. So when we are wearing our pa'u skirt, we're able to transform and move into time and space and end up being in that story so that we can share our kupuna's stories.
When I was growing up in school, I learned, I learned everything that I could learn as a Hawaiian. Not a lot of people spoke it. However, now in this next generation, these next two generations that have come up, suddenly I'm hearing pololo all over the place.
Greetings to everyone throughout the broader Oceania Pacific. We are here at the Hawaii Convention Center for FestPAC 2024, celebrating Ho'oululahui, which is regenerating Oceania.
Regenerating Oceania, for me personally, it means the coming together of bringing back the traditions, bringing back the connection, and just feeling the pride, feeling that connection. And from the oceans is what connects us. Regenerating Oceania, that can mean many things. I think culture can mean one thing, but in addition to culture, I think something is also crisis of climate change. People in the Pacific are on the front lines facing climate change despite being some of the people that contribute the least. And so when I think of regeneration, I think of it not only as culture, but trying to bring awareness to climate change for our survival.
It's been such an amazing journey. We've experienced the unification, the sharing and connection of so many Pacific nations, and it's quite a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have so many nations under one roof. While we do have some Pacific nations absent because of political reasons, we're really grateful to have the strong presence here, amplifying the resilience of the Pacific.
My daughter and I personally came down here to visit and support Kapo'i Kanaki o New Caledonia Ma in their challenge and their struggle to attain sovereignty and independence. We understand, we maupopo, we sympathize with the challenges there.
I'm here painting in the New Caledonia hut in solidarity for them and also the other island nations that could not come, like West Papua and Vanuatu. I have art upstairs and I was asked to paint live and I decided to come here and I'm working on a piece. It represents the unity of people coming together from Oceania and to bring together the light that our ancestors carried to protect the sacred. And in each section that I'm sectioning out, I will have an art delegate from every single island nation to put their motifs so we can come together in unity and solidarity.
It is vigilance, it is educating ourselves and embracing our cultural heritage that shall be the liberator to where we are at in the 21st century as indigenous Pacific peoples. All Pacific Islanders of all nations within Oceania support one another in our pursuit of solidarity as well as sovereignty and independence for your people. Aloha.
That's us at FestPAC 2024. Come back next week. Keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh! Keep it fresh! Keep it fresh!
Welcome to Village Knockout!
Today we're giving you tips on dating from the early stages.
It's like putting it in your mouth, eh?
And I'm your lady!
You're at home playing the game, get off the game. Go pick up your partner.
I'm not too nervous on this.
Do your thing.
Okay. E papa waiari takune mahi e kuturumota awe amatea e pike o ki mai ra